All right, brother. Okay. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go out of order a little bit because Senator Stiles, who's on my list of people to thank, brought a proclamation with her, and I'd love to have her get up and break the ice. Sorry to put you on the spot, Senator. He's ready. But if you wouldn't mind kicking it off, it would be I'd be very honored.
As long as they don't take pictures of my sneakers.
Now she's fair game.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm delighted to be here with all of these people this evening to congratulate you on the groundbreaking. I'm excited to see this really come to fruition because it brings jobs to the area, economy for the state, and good things for you. And I'd like to present you with the Senate resolution. Be it known that the New Hampshire Senate extends its congratulations to Smuttynose Brewing Company in recognition of breaking ground for a new brewery and restaurant at the historic Towle Farm in Hampton, creating jobs and boosting the local economy. And be it further known that the New Hampshire Senate extends its best wishes for continued success. Your Senator, Nancy Stiles.
Thank you.
And who would like to carry it for us?
Thanks, Deb. Deb carries a lot of weight. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, on the heels of that, I would like to extend my thanks to all of you to join Joanne and me, and I will point out my partner, Joanne.
You're here.
The rest of the Smuttynose staff to celebrate this occasion, which quite honestly, as some of you saw in the email I sent out, some of us thought would never arrive. This is a big deal for Smuttynose, and just to put it into context, we're still a small company. We have what is it, JT, now 41?
I think we're actually up to 41 starting next week.
41 employees and growing. We do distribute our beer from Maine to Florida and as far west as Wisconsin. So we've grown, along with a lot of other craft brewers, a lot in the last 18 years since we got into business. In fact, somebody once described us as an 18-year-old overnight success. It does feel that way sometimes. Many of you are familiar that the road here, for us to get here, took some twists and turns, and there were some bumps and roadblocks along the way. But I would like to say, and I say this with all sincerity, and some of you have heard me say this before, that where we're standing now is really where we were meant to be all along. And that the long journey we took here, I think, makes it all that much more meaningful and sweet to be standing here in this location. Isn't that why they tell you to turn your For those of you who are Angry Birds addicts, Pavlov's dog reaction when you hear that little ditty. Yes, and that probably was my mother. She knows.
You haven't called her back.
Yeah. So where was I? We really have and some of you have been on this journey with us all along, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know how meaningful it is for us to be here at what amounts to an enormous step for us. And it's enormous in a lot of ways. We've raised our profile considerably as a company. We are really, really deep in debt now. and I'm pleased to say that because and I'll talk about that just a little bit more in a moment. But it is one of the things that's made this possible as well, in addition to a lot of hard work from a lot of people, especially our staff and the design team. And since this is as close as I'm ever going to get to an Academy Awards acceptance, I do have some people that I do want to thank, and please indulge me. Maybe the music will start again when I go. But if you don't mind, I do want to thank, starting with our design team, Steve McHenry, Brandon Holben, Jeremiah Johnson, and the rest of the staff at McHenry Architecture, Eric Weinrib, Terrence Parker, Etta Loyce, Jeff Naraki and Cindy Senecal from JSN, Ralph Sweet, Kurt Magnuson, Eric Ruoff and the staff at Green Engineers, Matt Holden, and Joe Martin from Zajac. I also want to jump into, I mentioned money a minute ago, and money is important, and it's one of the things that makes this possible. I want to start by thanking Nina Cutts from the Provident Bank. She, more than anybody, I think, outside of Smuttynose Brewing, really kept the faith and helped push this project along and cheerleaded and advocated and worked on that, getting our financing package together. I also want to thank Charlie Cohen, Chuck Withy, and Bonnie Bacon, who are here from Provident Bank as well. I want to thank, although Dan Gray is on his way up to Prince Edward Island right now, we know where his priorities are. But I do want to thank Dan and the staff and the board at Coastal Economic Development. I want to thank Laurel Bistany from Regional Economic Development. Both of them working together, again, helped really pull this project along tremendously. I want to thank Fred Palazzolo from Granite State Development, out there somewhere. You probably got our SBA application through faster than any application on record, and it's greatly appreciated. Jack Donovan and his colleagues at the Business Finance Authority. I also wanted to extend a very strong personal thanks to Fred Welch and all the department heads in the town of Hampton. Incredibly professional job, and very, very appreciative of the support and the professionalism throughout this process. The Board of Selectmen, Rick Griffin and the rest of the Board of Selectmen, the Planning Board, and I don't want to underestimate how important that process was for us. They put us through our paces. They really did. They asked good questions and really made us justify our project, and I do appreciate that. Senator Stiles, you stepped in and helped us at a very important time, and I really appreciate that. I don't know if Councilor Sununu is here, but he also was very, very helpful during a very particular time when we thought we had bumped up against a roadblock that we might not get around. Representatives Fred Rice, Chris Nevins, Ken Sheffert, Kevin Sullivan, and James Waddell, and I also want to thank especially Senator Jean Shaheen, who took some time out of her schedule, and I want to thank her for two reasons. One, she did take time out to come visit us today. Well, three reasons here. Also, some of the issues that worked through, whether it was working through the EDA grant that the town received to help us tie into the public sewer, as well as the community development block funds that came into the community development finance. I'm really good with alphabet language. Ask me about alphabets, I can tell you all about it. But yes, and her office has been extremely helpful as well. But I also want to thank her personally for being such a good sport at putting Smuttynose on the map when she used our beer as part of a Super Bowl wager. We were so proud to be representing New Hampshire in that wager. Sadly, of course, the outcome was not what we had hoped. But still, in the spirit of good fun and good sportsmanship, And with that, I'd love to invite Senator Shaheen to come up and say a word or two about that Super Bowl bet.
Well, thank you, Peter. I said it really killed me to have to pay out of pocket for all that New York beer. I was really looking forward to having Chuck Schumer buy Smuttynose for everybody in the Senate. I thought that was a much better deal. But I will tell you that, you know, we do this event for the third year. We've done it now on Capitol Hill in one of the Senate office buildings called Experience New Hampshire, where we feature a lot of the attractions that we have in the state, the food, the beverages, and we've had the opportunity to feature Smuttynose now every year. So people in Washington do have a chance to drink Smuttynose beer, even if the Patriots lost. But it's really nice to be here with all of you. You never know what free beer will do. I didn't think about that. Especially when it's Smuttynose, right? But it's really great to be here because of all of the effort that has gone into this project, because of all of the good work of everyone at Smuttynose, because of Peter's leadership and his leadership team, to see the drawings, to see this project and envision what it's going to be like when it's all completed is really exciting. And this is a great example of the kind of public-private partnerships that exist in New Hampshire, of the local, state, and federal efforts that support this kind of project. I was thinking as Peter was going down the list of thank yous, all of the people who have been involved to help support this and make it happen. And obviously the important thing is the jobs that are going to be created here, the people who are going to get put to work, and the ability to make sure everybody in the seacoast in New Hampshire can drink Smuttynose whenever they want. But this is, I think, a great effort of some of what we do right in New Hampshire. And I'm really pleased to be here to congratulate you, Peter, and everybody who works at Smuttynose, and everybody who's worked on this project. And we all look forward to coming back to inaugurate the opening of the project when it's done, when we're again going to be able to drink free Smuttynose.
I'm very, very appreciative of those thoughts. And I'll just say a few more things about this project, and then I'll let you all get back, because I don't think we're out of beer yet. with old kegs. I do want to recognize the people who are going to be building this facility, our friends from Harvey Construction, that many of you know from the project down at the beach there at Hampton Beach. They have been a tremendous partner in this project, and I'll have an opportunity to thank them again in the fall of 2013 when they bring this project in on time and under budget. I'm very confident that they will. But I didn't want to let it go without saying that we do have a really good partner in them with this project. I like the fact that they came into this with a level of enthusiasm for what we were doing that frankly stood out amongst all the builders that we interviewed. You may have seen or you may have heard that what we're building here is going to, we're looking to achieve LEED certification at the gold level. And that, for those of you who aren't familiar with that process, that's a certification that's issued by the U.S. Green Buildings Council for buildings that meet very high levels of efficiency and sustainability. And we're very, very proud to do that. We believe that that's really part of our culture and our mission is to always look for ways to tread more lightly on the planet and reduce our footprint in that way. And we're very, very pleased at what we believe is going to be a real showcase facility. We will have the ability to grow here, although not without limit. Smuttynose Brewing, as I mentioned, is a small company and will continue to be a small company in the grand scheme of things, certainly in the world of breweries. If they rank all the regional craft breweries in the United States, I think the last ranking brought us in at number 47 out of 50, which is pretty good considering that there are over 2,000 small breweries in the United States these days. But that's not a bad place for us to be. We like being in the top 50. We don't necessarily want to be at the top of the top 50. And we're very, very pleased with the place we've found in the world of craft beer. Again, though, I want to thank especially my partner Joanne, as well as all the other members of the Smuttynose staff. And so that's enough. Believe me, those of you who know me well know I could just stand here and talk all night. But I'm going to spare you. And let's have some more fun. Let's have another beer or two, and we'll go from there. Oh.
Go, Joanne!
There you go.
All right, shut.
Okay, guys, look up here. Everyone look up.
Yeah. You want me to email it to you?
Oh, I love it. She's throwing it on Steve.
You should have been here.
We're not done yet.
That's the picture I want to get.